Good morning. Happy President's Day. I'm making an early run to the grocery store. Because the kids are out of snacks. It's 10 in the morning. I just woke up. Probably went to bed around midnight with the kiddos. And my nephew and niece are going to stay tonight. And then my kiddo will go to school tomorrow because my nephew and niece don't have school tomorrow. And they're using tomorrow as a snow makeup day for my kiddo. So she doesn't get to skip the day. And they had a 5-day weekend. My kiddo's school spread it out. They got a 3-day weekend last week. They had a 3-day weekend this week. So yeah. There's a couple things that I need to get so I can feed him today. But we'll put Alex on the bus tomorrow. I'll go to my physical therapy while they chill at the house. Josh was old enough. Josh was 14, so no problems there. And I'll go do my physical therapy thing for like 2 hours, and then I will come home. Probably try to stuff some food in them if they haven't eaten already, and take them back to my mom's. Drop mom off at mama's, and then come on down back home. A lot of times when I'm just dropping the kiddos off, let me not lean on that side. I don't tend to stay for dinner or anything like that, so we'll see. I don't know. My left shoulder is starting to bother me because I'm relying on it so much, like laying on it or whatever. Wednesday, when I go to see Chris, my chiropractor, I have to let him know that if I lay on my left side for an extended period of time, my right hip starts really hurting. So I gotta let him know that. I also have to make sure Tuesday I email Alex's teacher to let her know that I can come on Wednesday and volunteer, but I won't be there till closer to 8:30ish because of my chiropractic appointment. So I'll volunteer. I like volunteering on Wednesdays. Yeah, I like it. And Alex enjoys the fact that I'm volunteering again, and it's only 6 hours a month, but that's okay. I kind of realized that most of my vlogs are in the car. I don't really do anything fun. And the handful of you guys that watch it, I know, like, my sister plays them just so I can get view time, same as my dad. But some of you guys watch it for updates on my shoulder to see how I'm doing, and I appreciate that. Come on, bro. But, like, other than that, I'm pretty boring. I at one point thought that I was going to cut vlogs out because, well, I'm boring. I'm so boring. But I don't know. I'm not fully decided whether or not I'm going to I mean, I guess we can assume I'm going to continue doing vlogs because doing my pre-planning, I put vlogs in my planner. And I put vlogs in my planner for next year too. So I guess, I'll keep up vlogs for a little while longer. Just a little while longer, Just a couple things. Oh, now they're taking more parking away from us for pick up and go. Great. I'm all for convenience. Like, come on. Anyways, So here we are. Oh, it's a car seat. I'm like, why did my chair just stop moving backwards? Yeah, so we just gotta get a couple things and we're gonna head home. Oop, it was really cold last night. Gum's frozen. We're just gonna hang out with the kids, do a little reading, do a little homework. It's Monopoly time again at Safeway, you guys. I expect people to act real crazy. This ice cream is amazing. Plus the Tupperware is really good to reuse. So you get 2 for 1 with that one. Some protein for your family today. These little things are good too. They're real good. We're on our way to physical therapy. I parked outside because I'm like, okay, you know, Tuesday. Whew. Less worry. Go, go, go. It's been pretty average as far as temperature. See, ever since they did that, people are taking this corner much sharper. Oh well. Sorry, checking out the wood board, see if I need to adjust. I do not. Yeah. No, it froze last night. So while I was making kiddos lunch, I was rushing to try to heat my car up a little bit so I can come into physical therapy. Yeah. So let me tell you about my experience yesterday. I filmed very little yesterday, but let me tell you. So I signed up through a link from my friend's Facebook page to listen to a short presentation, which, yeah, you know, for a free emergency kit. And I kind of wanted to see what this was all about. Because when I signed up for to listen to this presentation, it's supposed to be an hour. It ended up being 3.5 hours. It was for an emergency kit. So I had assumed it was for an emergency preparedness company. Okay? That's what my assumption was. I was wrong. It was for fire safety, which the fire safety system looked amazing. If I could afforded it, I probably would have put it in my house. It's for fire, heat, smoke, CO2, water damage. Pretty amazing. But it wasn't about emergency preparedness. I mean, technically, I guess it is. But nice chat. The person they sent was so sweet, was so nice, good at their job, didn't make me feel pressured at all. And I explained, you know, it's something that, you know, in the future I definitely want to look into, but it's not something I can afford right now. So like with most, you know, door-to-door sales things, you know, you used to call back to home base, let them know how it's going, and start to have a conversation with his supervisor. And they're trying to make, you know, a deal that I can afford. And I was very transparent with the salesperson. I'm on L&I. I make enough to cover my bills. It's not in the budget. I mean, I do my budget on my YouTube. He says he might check out my YouTube. Hey. And the experience with the door-to-door salesperson who did the presentation was amazing. Absolutely amazing. A comment that whoever did, oh, I forgot I spilled some chocolate. Oh, now my hands are gonna be sticky. Whoever it is that he was on the phone with in his little conversation was not okay. Because I hear, well, this other bill's getting paid, right? Excuse me? Excuse me? Because I'd mentioned that I have, you know, my internet and security. But excuse me? And I told the sales representative, I was very transparent with you that I could not afford this today. That it's something that I definitely want to look into the future because it seems like such an amazing product. Any extra protection for my home seems amazing, but it's not something I can fit into my budget right now. I don't have an extra $5,000 just lying around. Nor do I have an extra $150 a month lying around. And it's just for the system. And yes, it sounds very pricey, but it's really not that bad. Especially since it does things that a traditional smoke detector cannot do. Which, you know, the cost of protecting my family. Plus, since it's not wired in, it can move from home to home. I gave him the contact information for DART to try to do a presentation to DART members because it's pretty awesome. And I also told them that they should definitely look into the expo, which I guess they already started looking at the expo, and they were thinking about doing it. I said, great. I think that you would do really well at the expo. You get exposure to hundreds of people during that day at the expo. And I think it's a pretty solid product, and I think people would be very interested. And, you know, the whole, gave them some names and phone numbers of people I think would be really interested in this system. But it all went south when the person on the phone started questioning my paying my bills. And the sales representative, was just like, they were stuck in a very awkward position. They were. And I actually felt bad for him. Like, he was in a very awkward position. And after he got off the phone, I explained to him, like, it's not you. You did a fantastic job. You didn't put any pressure on me. You gave a great presentation. You were amazing. Just whoever your supervisor on the phone crossed the line asking about me paying my other bills. That if I could pay my other bills, I could pay for this. Not okay. At all. And he was like, my supervisor just wants to talk to you. Absolutely not. 100% absolutely not. How dare he? Absolutely not. And he eventually got off the phone with his supervisor. He's packing up his stuff to go. It was like, my supervisor, wants to apologize, says that's not what, it was miscommunication. I said, clearly that's what he said, because you have been very thorough in your, transmitting information. But again, that's not you. That was him asking a question, you answering it. That's not on you. That is 100% on him. And how dare he? And I was getting upset. Visibly, I was getting upset. I was trying not to cry because just I was angry. Like an angry cry. Not like a sad cry, but like an angry cry. And this person, when he got off the phone and we're having our conversation, he stops and he looks at me and he goes, okay, I just have one more question. I said, okay. He goes, are you okay? He goes, are you going to be okay? Like, so compassionate and was so concerned that even after all of that, because he saw that I was getting visibly upset. I know I have chapstick. Oh God, I think I took it out of my purse. I think I took my purse chapstick out. He was so concerned that he asked, are you okay? I'm just gonna put this on and try to lock in some moisture. And that wasn't him talking for the company. That was him talking as a human being. Oh. And I thought that was so sweet and speaks to him as a human being. And again, if you're watching it, because I told him I do planner videos, makeup videos, budget videos, vlogs, so he's gonna try to check me out. If you're watching this, you are an amazing human being. Okay? You made sure that I was okay before you left. And you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't cross the line. Your supervisor did. Regardless of the miscommunication, you wouldn't have said that if he didn't ask. So, here we are at physical therapy. I am feeling all sorts of ways because I know physical therapy is helping, but I feel like my arm is not cooperating lately. So, yeah. Later today, I should be getting like 6 or 7 more packages from my IG Loop haul, my IG Loop winnings. And after I get home from my mom's, after dropping my nephew and niece off, I'm going to be filming that. And my hope is I'm going to go to chiropractic tomorrow morning, volunteer at Alex's school for 2 hours, go sit at Starbucks and upload my videos, and do some homework. Week 7 doesn't have any papers, but it has some intense discussion board posts. So I'm going to work on those. I'm going to take a crack at the week 8 papers, at least get my 2 papers formatted, set up. I need to respond to one other classmate's discussion board posts in my class. So I'll check my discussion board posts. I'll probably to Wednesday or Thursday to turn my papers in. And yeah. I know I have PowerPoints. One PowerPoint for one of the classes for week 8, I think. Maybe. Or is that week 9? Anyways, I'm going to take a crack at it all. I'm not ahead anymore, but I'm at a good place. And I think I need to stop stressing about being so far ahead when my teacher thinks that I'm struggling. So, gotta pump the brakes. Good morning. It is Wednesday. We are on our way to the chiropractor. We're also going to get some Dutch Brothers and then take a picture and send it to the boyfriend to rub it in his face a little. Wearing my glove. That's how cold it is. It's frozen. But I got a story. You see, okay, it involves that house that you see in the backdrop we're driving away from. Let me tell you. So let me tell you about our day. Oh, let me adjust my camera real quick. I don't feel so cut off. So we got a busy yet not busy day. We're going to chiropractor. We're going to go volunteer at Alex's school for about 2 hours or so. Then we're going to go sit at Starbucks, upload, and do homework. Yeah. Let me tell you. Tuesday night, I'm sitting at my house, right? On my computer, on the couch in my bedroom. And I hear this noise. And it could be one of 3 things. It could be a car backfiring. It could be a gunshot. Or it could be a car going through my fence. Now, I'm used to cars going through my fence. So my first thought was, the car just went through my fence. Great. So I sit there for a few more minutes. I don't know what time it was. I didn't pay attention to what time it was. I'm like, I'm going to sit here for a few minutes. I'm going to let it go. I'm trying to. I was like, no, I can't. I got to go see if there's a car through my fence. Because the last time I thought I was going to ignore a noise like that. There was a car through my fence. So I go. As I get to my living room, I can see police lights. And I'm thinking, oh, Lord, it was an accident. Oh, dear baby Jesus in a manger, when I open my door, please do not let me see a car in my yard, okay? But, dear baby Jesus in a manger. So I open my door. Okay, great. No car through my actual fence. What just fell down and rolled on my... Okay. So, put on some flip-flops because it's not that cold last night. It wasn't supposed to freeze as far as any weather report. You can see the frost on the bushes still. It's supposed to be sunny. So, put on some flip-flops and got my phone. I start walking to the gate, open the gate, start to step out, look because I see a cop car blocking my neighbor's driveway. And I look, and the cop car that I saw, the police car that I saw, was actually blocking the road right there, that stop sign right there by my house. And I see 5 police officers, 2 with their AR rifles out, pointed at the house. I was like, backing up, beep, beep, shut the gate, walked back from the house. Well, not all the way, like creeped over my fence for a little bit, and I'm thinking, it was a gunshot. Dang it. But I could hear my neighbor talking. He's talking a little bit frantically, which my neighbor talks frantically all the time. So he's a very intense individual. And he's got 2 officers like literally trying to calm him down. And I'm thinking, oh God, someone shot at him or shot at his house, something. There's 2 police officers standing in front of the yard next to the house, and then there's one guy with an AR that's kind of walking back and forth in between, like looking towards the house, and one guy that's trained directly on the house with his AR. And I'm like, okay. And so I call my dad, and I'm talking to my dad. Well, I call my dad to talk to him about other reasons, and then I bring up, if you hear on the news about a shooting in a house, I'm safe. I'm okay. It's not me. I'm alive. No bullet holes. And then also there's just, I have my privacy fence. All my shades are down. My house looks very dark. And I think as they were starting to wrap up, whoever it is they were trying to find, they couldn't find. And they decided to pack up. My car's in my driveway, so unless you notice the smoke coming out of my stack, I'm not home. Granted, for the hour they were there, I couldn't go anywhere. I was technically trapped. They were not letting any traffic pass. I could hear the officer standing at the stop sign. I could hear someone say, but I live down that road, and the officer said, you're going to find a different way to get there today, which there is. The only people that they were blocking getting into the home was my neighbor directly next to me and the neighbor directly next to across the street. But I think the neighbors directly next to me already were home. So the people had to go down the road, come up behind, and then get to their house. So I'm pretty sure they're pretty frustrated. But like, if a police officer tells you you're not coming down this road, you ain't going down that road. No matter how much you complain, it's not happening. Just go around. But there was an insistent knocking on my door. I told my dad, I gotta go. That's obviously the police. Answer the door. It was one of the gentlemen with his AR showing up, asking if I heard a gunshot. And I was like, I literally was just talking to my dad about it. It's like, it was either someone who went through my fence. I didn't want to think it was a gunshot. Came out, saw you guys, turned around, went back. And he's like, how many did you hear? I said, I can for sure say I heard 1. And it's like, where were you in your house? I said, you see that far picture window? I was back in there. And he's like, what direction it came from? I was like, from where I was sitting, it was definitely coming diagonally from the direction of my neighbor's house. He's like, okay. And he goes, how long? And I was like, okay, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. The amount of people that blow through here and have glass packs and this and that, I just, I don't tend to pay attention every time I hear a noise like that. But I waited a few minutes and then I got up to go see because I was concerned, again, that it was a car through my fence. He goes like 5-10 minutes before the cop showed up. I said, yeah, we'll say that. Because I have no idea. And then, of course, my dad's like, oh, you didn't know the difference between a gunshot and a backfire? From where I was in my house, it was muffled. So, no. Like, I have been on a range. I know what gunfire sounds like if the gun's in my hand. I know what that sounds like. But I do not know what it sounds like muffled, having to break through a sound barrier of a fence, trees, cinder blocks to get to the far end of my house. I can only assume by the time it hits my ears, the sound has dulled a little. So, the officer took down my information. I don't know how much help I was, since I didn't know time. I didn't know, exact location, but I did hear it. I'm glad my neighbor's okay. And I was like, man, because I called my dad back. I was like, he was pretty insistent. And he was like, well, because if they can't find the person, and my dad was an MP. It's like, if they can't find the person and you only heard one gunshot, but if they have information that says otherwise, then they don't know, they might not know where the other bullets went. He was probably, once they realized you were home, checking to make sure you didn't have any holes in you, or your house had holes in you, or anything like that. And I'm like, good call. Good call. Good call, police. I support the blue. And if you have a problem with that, that's not my problem. Not my problem at all. And the boyfriend called last night. Our call got interrupted for like an hour. As the usual. I'm getting a little frustrated with that, but I'm going to let it go. I wrote it about in my journal, so I'll let it go. But, so like we're talking about our day, this and that, and it gets towards the end of the conversation, I throw in the whole, someone was shooting at my neighbor. And he was just like, excuse me? I'm fine. I have no bullet holes in me. My house that I didn't, that I could see has no bullet holes in it. Like, we're good. And he was like, probably should have started our conversation with that. And I was like, bye. So that was my super exciting night last night. I wanted to save that story for this morning because I'm boring. My life is boring. I'm gonna go get my back cracked. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna go get my back cracked. I'm going to go volunteer, and then I'm gonna go sit on a computer and do homework. I'm boring. So it's like, you know what? Let me save that story for Wednesday. Have that be my car story, my car ride story. Because I've already pre-planned in my planner, so it can't be a planner story. I don't have to actually plan stickers out in my planner till July. And my boyfriend, the other people in the group are like, well, what if someone comes out with a cute kit? Okay. I purchased the kits I thought were cute for specific weeks. Some specific weeks, some not. But I'm like, I purchased these kits because I thought they were cute. I'm not going to hoard them. Because a lot of people hoard stickers. Now, my way of hoarding stickers is if I know it's a limited edition, I bought multiple copies of it. Because this year I'm in a classic Happy Planner. Next year I'm in a PB Weeks. So there was one, so Charlie Brown kit and a Villains kit from Perfect Pritzko. I bought a classic Happy Planner in both. And I bought a Hobonichi in both. And I don't know if I bought a B6 in both. I hope I bought a B6 in both. But she doesn't do PB Weeks. And after playing around last night with the actual PB Weeks style where you do vertical planing, I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking the way it looks. And so next year, my PP weeks, since I'm not going to have 100% stuff to lay down and stickers like right away, I have a couple of, like I have like 1 or 2 of them filmed. I'm actually going to try doing the first couple videos of 2021 are going to be like the rewinds, not voiceovers. My base is already going to be laid, but we're going to fill out the planner. I'm going to try to take extensive notes throughout the week just so that I have videos to film, because I really wanted to lay down stickers. And then there's going to be plenty of weeks where we're going to pre-plan them, but there is going to be quite a few weeks that are going to be a post-plan, which I usually don't do post-plans. I usually don't do rewinds. I'm not going to do voiceovers, so we're going to work in real time on these planners. What I need to do is buckle down and purchase the actual thing to hold it open, so that like I don't have to worry about holding it open. But I know that in 2022 I want to go into a B6, because that is the in-between of a PP Weeks and a classic Happy Planner. So I think that size hopefully will give me planner piece, because it's not too big, it's not too small. My sticker kits will still work in it. But I'm trying to find a B6 that I really like. So I can get some from the Penny Pages, but she only does 13 weeks per insert. And I was really hoping to have the whole year's worth. It might be beneficial to do little bits at a time. I actually started looking, I'm going to look at Erin Condren's Petite Planner on the Go, and I'm going to see how many weeks are in that and the price. And if the Penny Pages went out, the Penny Pages went out. I also was looking at Avalon and Ninth Creations, but Penny Pages is generally in the Planners Collaborative sale, and I would rather support her. And like Avalon Creations is still a small business as well, but she's usually in the sale. You know, I've interacted with Destiny. She's super sweet. I love Penny. So if I don't like the price of the Erin Condren, Penny Pages might win. And the nice thing about the Petite inserts and Destiny's inserts is I could try a couple different inserts. So that's the plan. Trying a couple different inserts, trying to find my planner piece. When you guys see my February monthly wrap up, you're gonna see I did a lot of unbudgeted spending. And in previous months, unbudgeted spending was one, if I didn't know how to classify it, whether I used cash or my debit card, if I didn't know how to classify it, I marked it unbudgeted. Or if I pulled the money out for miscellaneous fun and spending, but I didn't know, I pulled the money out, but I ended up having to use my debit card because it was an online purchase or whatever. Like, that's what I was dealing with. And and so if you watched my last plan with me, I'm gonna start leaving, at least, I'm gonna start leaving some of the money in my account, because I do all my fun and my miscellaneous spending with my debit card. So I'm gonna start leaving it in there, and hopefully that will curb some of my unbudgeted spending. But for the month of February, there's a lot of unbudgeted that's just emotional spending. I did really bad this year. All right, let's order our coffee, go to chiropractic, and get our day started. So we just got done at Starbucks, did some returns. I love being able to turn Amazon at Kohl's. Makes it super easy. The dip powder came off my nails, so I'm actually going to be trying gel. I think gel kit will work for me. But anyways, we're here at Michael's just to look, stretch, check some stuff out. really needed more photo albums, and I was gonna go to the Dollar Tree to get these for my stickers. I need at least $2. These are on sale 50% off, so these are 99 cents. So we're gonna get these here. So I realized in all the hullabaloo yesterday, I forgot to film. So I'm actually filming this on Saturday. I'm eating leftovers. I just used the container from Applebee's, but the chicken and rice that I made, the curry chicken and rice, got a little kimchi in there. I tried to get ahead on school. I can't work on any of my schoolwork until I get my stuff back from my teacher, because one of the assignments is related to taking that presentation we sent him, making the corrections and adding on to it. And my other paper, I can do like little bits here and there, but I really want to see what his notes are on my paper to know I'm even going in the right direction. Because I'm concerned that I'm a little lost. Coffee. And I just want to make sure that I'm at least going in the right direction. Because I'm a little frustrated. My PowerPoint, I thought I was going in the right direction. Then my classmate sent me his and was like, hey, can you look over it and tell me what you think? And his PowerPoint presentation, oh my gosh, you guys. It is off the chain. Definitely want to make a bunch of changes to mine now. But I'm going to wait until my teacher sends me his notes before I make the changes. Because he wants us to add about 5 minutes more to the presentation, which is fine. Once for the new week. My shoulder's really bothering me right now. But it's like, oh my gosh. He did a couple things that I didn't even think about doing. More of an introduction for myself. I'll probably add that. But he does PowerPoint presentations in front of people anyways. It was a part of his job. So I'm not surprised that his PowerPoint is off the chain. But he did miss a few parts that our teacher wants, so he's gonna have to do a little bit of editing. He's a super busy dude though. A lot going on. He's actually emergency manager, so you know. Emergencies and stuff. And sometimes when you're getting into the flow of things, you overlook parts, but the one part I reminded him about is so crucial. It's literally one of the 2 points. There's 2 main points that teacher wants in the presentation. And he had missed it, so I don't want him to lose points. It's been rough, you guys. Anyways, that's my week. I did a little bit of emotional spending, but my bills are paid. Monday will be my last massage. I gotta go pay for that out of pocket. I wouldn't be as not far along as I am. I wouldn't even be this far if it wasn't for massage, so. I's not going to pay her, but I'll make sure I pay her. I got my tax return, so. My debt payoff plan is not going as far as I want it to be, but it is possible that I will get the 1.5 cards paid off this year. 5 more months. July should be my last credit card payment on my one credit card. And then I can start snowballing my other credit card. And I might actually get half of it paid off. Because it'll only be about 10 months. Maybe just under half of it paid off by the end of the year. And then we can start snowballing the big credit card. Just in time for student loans. All right, you guys. See you next week. Bye.